1 2 1 2. Who do we got here? What's up, John Side? Jeff, can you hear me? Chiro Sounds. Tuesday, y'all. Let's see. Let's activate the camera here. Doesn't want to work with me. Come on, camera. You got to salute the camera a certain way to get it going. There we go. And a salute to everyone out there. What up, y'all? There's Gerald. We're hanging at the shop. Yeah. It's a warm one out here. Are you feeling it, Jeff? Feels about 80 degrees out there. I don't know. Feels like a summer day. It's not bad for LA standards. And it's been pretty slow here. Had a few people trickle in the shop. But for the most part, it's been pretty chill, which is, it's not a bad thing. Probably get a rush at about 4:20, I would guess. And that's about a little over an hour. Appreciate that, Gerald. Jeff says yes. Yeah, what's the temperature out there? Jonacide, I don't know. You still getting snow up that way? And there's Val. Ching ching. Cheers to Val. Val and I always cheers each other in the chats. Let's see. According to the weather, Boyle Heights. You would think with a name like Boyle Heights, it is always hot for other reasons, but it's 78 degrees out in Boyle Heights, which is right next door. If you want to be technical. And what's up, Roger? Roger coming through. Good to see everyone. And a cheers to everyone on the different platforms. I thought I had figured out the TikTok stream key, but I'm not sure if it's really streaming over there. But it does say that it's connected here, which is weird. So still haven't fully figured all that out. Hopefully it is. We're going to keep trying anyway. Anyone have any tips? Gerald, we still haven't talked about that. We got to figure that out. I'm sure Gerald, he's like a MacGyver here. And there's the Bud. The Bud Files. What up? Good to see you all. And anyone hear about the news of these dire wolves making a comeback? Yeah, I thought it was some news we could share here. Let's see. Is this it? Where'd it go? Right here. We'll kick it off with this. Yeah, it says scientists say they revived dire wolf through biotech companies' the extinction process. Anyone out there been checking this out? Was it and I'm sure they've been doing all types of stuff like this. I mean, we've talked about it on different shows. Different shows have talked about these types of things. chimeras. I call them chimeras. And I remember also like these really creepy infomercials they would show with like pets on different weird machines and stuff like that. We'd watch those. I think we're teenagers at the time, I think. Yeah, we were teens. Maybe in our early 20s or something like that. We'd hang out at a friend's house or whatever, be watching TV late night and these weird infomercials would come on. Were kind of creepy. Roger, you read about it? About the dire wolves here? Yeah, what do y'all think? Should they bring these back? And I heard through some other channels out there that it's supposedly the dire wolves from the Game of Thrones. Yep, there was Dolly comes to mind, and the woolly mammoth was another one. I mentioned that to bro over here, and we remember the woolly mammoth. How long ago was that? That was several years back, right? I don't know. What do you think? Man, dabbling. And I think when they release stuff like they probably already had them, right? And I believe they said there's 3 here already. Hmm. Speaking of 3, we've been also watching the eaglets. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this dire wolf situation. Do you want one? What up, Sal? Cheers to you. I'm sure it's hot out your way. You feeling the heat? I'm sure the succulents are loving it. Always good to see Sal. I can't wait to meet Sal. When we're gonna link up, Sal? What's going on, bro? We got a 420 situation happening here. I think you're over at the asylum actually, but the shop will be open. Val says sea monkey. Wave to Sal. I thought she was mentioning sea monkeys as I never got those. I remember you could order them. What was it? It was some magazine, probably like Mad Magazine or something like that. Anyone collect Mad Magazine? And of course, they had the Mad TV show, which was pretty cool also. But Mad Magazine back in the day, still got that Garbage Pail Kid card here. And the Cabbage Patch is chilling somewhere else. Yeah, we need a few Mad magazines up in the shop here. Yep. Sal says high 80s. And Worcestershire. Yep. He's in he's on snipping duties, he says. Oh, that's always a pain in the butt. I'm not good with scissors. I could tell people how to do it. I'm more useful in other areas. I'm slow when it comes to that. And you know, when it comes to that, they need fast scissors. Yep. Order them at a comic book, says Roger, the Sea Monkeys. I'm keeping an eye on some dude that keeps walking by. Young cat. Yeah, so speaking of the 3 dire wolves, it's going to bring us back over to the 3 eaglets. And, you know, we lost one of them, which was a bummer. But there has been a little update with the eaglets out here in Big Bear. Let's see here. Boom. So there's a little sneak peek at the eaglets there. Cool little picture. Thanks to Nature Chat. And there's, I would think, is Jackie the mama there. Or if not, it's Pops. But they named them. So these little two have officially been named Sunny and Gizmo. How about that? And there's Sharon. Greetings, Sharon. We're just checking out the little eaglets here. So Sunny and Gizmo, y'all. And let's take a peek to see if we get a chance to see them. I'm gonna tap into the Eagle Cam here. And it looks like, yeah, they're right there. They're chilling. Probably taking a nap. It's a little before 10 minutes before 4. What up, Blue Line? Salute. Right back at you. And Blue Line, please post the link to your channel, y'all. Blue Line, fellow Bigfooters here. And you know, we all love Bigfoot. Some of you don't, which is all good. You know, there's a love and hate thing there. I get it. Some people have been spooked and some people have had bad experiences with them. And there's others that haven't. And Blue Line's been up in the game for a minute. And yeah, you know, they're out there. They're out there in the mind. They're out there in the soul. And their bodies are out there somewhere as well. So tap in with them. Make sure they're all right out there. Last I seen, it was looking pretty cold out that way. I think they've been doing a few little live streams here and there. Seen the wood stove going and some snow out. Hopefully things are warming up for them out there, Blue Line. Eagle. Oh, we're buffering. 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 Every day we're buffering. Yep, way out there. And so cool that we checked on Gizmo and Sunny there. Looked like Jackie was hanging out as well. Let the eagle soar. We didn't do a sound check last time we went live, y'all. Hopefully we remember to do that. Maybe we'll do a little scratching because I do got an itch. Yeah, the last time I did a little display of some scratching noises here, and I was using the phone, so the sound quality wasn't too good. But now that we're on the laptop, we'll check to see how that sounds for you all out there. And yeah, it could be a little nerve-wracking once you're on the turntables. Anyone ever tried DJing with turntables or CDJs, or got any DJs out there? Step up to the plates, to the wheels of steel. Yeah, Sal kicking some knowledge here of the Eagles. Roger says they should bring the Tasmanian tiger back. Isn't there like there's a video clip of one of those, right? I think there's one online, a supposed one of those. And also, oh, we got the mailman here. Think we got mail. Let's see. See if he comes in. Oh yeah, he's coming in, y'all. What's up, brother? Chilling. Yeah, bro. The turntables. We're live streaming right now. Got the mailman in the house. Yeah, appreciate him for doing this thing. Yeah, my brother, he's somewhere. Well, we're on duty, bro. We're doing it all. We're on duty online, on duty with the shop, and this is how we're rolling. Probably cut up a little sounds later. Boom, boom, boom. You know, where is it? We got our loud horn here. Yeah, bro. Yep. Yeah, bro. I could spin. We had an event. What was it? Last weekend. No, the weekend before that. Had a drum circle here. They did a sound bath, and then they had me DJ at the end. Spun a little set. You know, brought some good vibes. Yeah, it was a good time, and we're gonna continue doing that. I think it might become a monthly thing, so stay tuned. And then this weekend, Saturday, they're having an event there. I think they're gonna have art, maybe some DJs and stuff too. I'm still waiting for more word on that, but it's happening. So yeah, tap in with us, and yeah, there's gonna be more stuff going on, bro. It's yeah for the shop. Yes, so it's sky's the limit. Dot la, and I'm gonna pull it up for them right here too right now. And there's another one, but that's the main one there. So you could yeah, bro. Ever since we opened, we've been. I mean, there's a lot more we could do online, but little by little, getting that going. Have a good one, bro. Appreciate you. All right, big applause for all the mailmen, mail women, for our post office folks that bring us our packages and send off our packages. Yeah, you got to, big them up. Say what's up. Have a talk with them and tell them thank you. Hopefully you get along with yours. I know there's some out there that can go postal. Hey, you don't want that. And so yeah, I was sharing the Instagram with them, and I put that together here. So if you're all on IG, over on IG, tap in with us here at Sky's the Limit Smoke Shop. And that one says, I think, skate shop at the end of it. There's two pages, so you can follow both, but the skate shop's more active. Got to keep the youth in mind, so we keep more of the, I guess, things that are for adults over on the smoke shop page, which hasn't been too active, but we got the other one that is. So check it out. Maybe someone will post an actual link in the chat. Sometimes we got those fast moderators that are on it and boom, 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 boom. I like doing that for other people. It's fun. And while we're at it here with the links, also pilled. Anyone else on pilled? Not on pills. On pilled, the site. So for the most part, I think I could just post things there now. But they did send me a message saying that they were gonna upgrade things, and somehow we were gonna be able to post videos somehow, or maybe go live. And I seen it seemed like people are going live there already. Not sure how all that works there over on Pilled, but hey, we post stuff there. Usually repost these live streams and any other videos that we put out here. And of course, we're live on Rumble. What up to Rumble? If anyone's over there, I think we're at like what, 24 or 14 subscribers or something like that over there. Something going on. And yeah, we got to dial that Rumble in, work out those thumbnails and all that stuff. It's work, y'all. You can get busy doing this stuff. And then yeah, Twitch. Twitch. What else? I seen Dr. Green Thumb. Their live stream. I think they're still on, possibly right now. Probably ending their show. They're also streaming on multi-streaming on X and Kick now as well. That's the Discord there if you want to tap in. And I believe with the Discord, you could also live stream through there and all that. I'm still learning all this. All very new. There's the Kick link there. Too bad they're not clickable. Yeah, subscribe. Why not? Sometimes you got to tell folks to do something. And some people don't mind and they'll go on over. Just make sure you hit that ding dong. Beeping. Here's the Discord again. What do we got here? Sky's the Limit, Skywatch Squad. Yeah. Oh, a little Patreon link. Yeah, got, some work to do with these sites, but hey, we've been rocking it over here with the lives. Why not? Random, late, early, at all hours. And we like to talk Bigfoot, cryptids, dire wolves. Oh, here we go. What are they going to release on us next? What's next after the dire wolves, y'all? They're going to do the Giants at some point. There's Blazer coming in hot. Yeah. I like Ike. Do I like Ike? I don't know who Ike is. Ike is Poncho Zorch, is he? I don't know who Ike is. Ike Turner? Who are you talking about? Poncho Zorcho. El Poncho. ¿Dónde está Hans Borracho? There's Hillbilly Herb. What you lighting up, Hillbilly Herb, right now? As it's 4:00. He's probably getting something ready. It'll take him about 15 minutes. And then he'll have 5 minutes to meditate. And then he'll be firing things up there. I'm sure it's going to be something flavorful. Hillbilly Herb don't play when it comes to the herb. Jano. Light it up, man. Surely Mastodons. What? Gonna turn a bunch of Neanderthals loose on us. Roger, I think they did that already. Let me tell you. If I point the camera outside, you might see a few running around. Did anyone check out the speaking of Neanderthals, I tagged Sovereign Yep, I did. Sovereign Cosmic Wild Man to the office. That's right. He's on episode 60. Actually, he's not on there, but Bigfoot's looking for him on the beach. There's a teepee structure behind him. And he's looking for the wild man. Anyone check it out? We'll see. Anyone have any ideas for episode 61 or 62 or any future episodes? We're pumping out these little AI. G's. Yep. AI. Bigfoot episodes. So I'll just like randomly think of something that like Bigfoot would be doing. Like being on the beach, building teepee structures. And yeah, pump them out. What up, Daryl? Face blue, smiling face, blue, smiling. I like that. Is that the one with the Pac-Man mouth? And it's like, is that what that is? I was like, I was wondering what the actual emoji was. And speaking of emojis, anyone So, Donut Factory, Donut, what up? Actually, bro brought some donuts. He's been bringing donuts. I gotta watch out. I've been eating them. Uh, yeah, he put out this thing that actually Butcher, yeah, the homie Butcher, you know, the muralist artist, Mr. Hip Hop himself, on the ones and twos. Nah, but Butcher, yeah, was sharing with me about if I knew, because we've been, you know, he's over on Instagram. Y'all go check him out. We've shared his channel. You could buy him a coffee. Don't be shy. Yeah, he was sharing this thing about emojis, how the emojis match. I think it was demonic sigils. Yikes! Yeah, you heard that right, folks. Emojis matching
demonic sigils.
Ay, mama. And you know what? I took a look at it, you know, because I just been on this thing about looking into stuff like that, and like the overlaying of maps of the missing 411 and Bigfoot sighting spots and caves, along with maps of what else that they overlay and supposedly match. Right? I see similarities, but I don't know. I still question all that. Right? We got to question that. Can't just take it and eat it all up. Got to cut it up. Cut up that food first. Moon at noon.
To the office.
Finally, Moon at noon shows up. We've been waiting all night. Good to see you, Moon at noon. Who else is up in here? Anybody lurking? Anybody lurking and working? Or working and lurking? Either or. Cheers to y'all. Yeah. What else is popping out there? Yeah, we got a new Bigfoot report as well. Might as well, right? Talking about cryptids and strange creatures and animals and mastodons, and that'll be super cool if Heidi Pop visits Midwest Night Watchers out there. And I believe it. All right, what am I doing? I'm scrambling. Here we go. Bigfoot mapping project. Yeah, anyone been keeping up with this? I have on the daily. Actually, several times a day I'll check, and you'd be surprised. Things have been popping up. So people submitting reports, and I wonder with the weather changing and everything, if that'll put people more in the mood into submitting reports. BD. Yeah, we got another one here. So let's take a look, y'all. So let's see if anyone could tell. If anyone's been paying attention, you would know the reports we've touched on already, according to the Bigfoot mapping project here. Anyone want to guess where the new report is coming from? I'll give you a minute. Why not? We'll give them a minute, and I'll slowly go through the chat and try to see if anyone guessed it. Meanwhile, not new, really old. And I'm all alone. So we're going to hang on here. We're going to throw on some beats. We're going to try to do this as quickly as possible. So give me a second. All right, we back. That wasn't too long, was it? All right, let's check the chat here. Yes, Moon at Noon got it. Moon at Noon got it. And we have a prize for you. We'll have to figure out what the prize is. The question was where the new report is. Anyway, let's check it out. It's up in, looks like Washington, y'all. Right on the border of Canada, it seems like. So let's zoom in. I'm just making sure here you're able to see it on your end. Not like that. Come on, Sal. Oh, yeah. It's on the Washington side there. You can see Seattle there. And it's that orange LED dot there. And of course, you got Olympic National Park. They always get that the action up there. All them guys up in the Olympics. So we'll look at the report. And I'm going to read off this report in un segundo. See, I'm going to move the mic a little bit this way. Date 4/6. So this is pretty fresh. 2 days ago, right? We're 4/8. What's the date today, y'all? 4/6/2025, 11:53 p.m. I like how they got that 53 in p.m. Height 8-footer. Sex, no, couldn't tell. Vocalization, yes. So we got some sounds. Disclaimer, yes. It says, let me clear my throat. I was camping along in Six Rivers National Forest. This doesn't make sense. Do they have a Six Rivers up there as well? I was camping in Six Rivers National Forest when I woke up around 2 a.m. to what sounded like a deep, chesty grunt just outside my tent, followed by slow, heavy footsteps crunching through the underbrush. I stayed completely still, heart racing, and something massive brushed against the side of the tent and kept moving, never making a sound beyond those deliberate steps. In the morning, I found a trail of huge bare footprints leading down towards the creek, far too big to be human and spaced like whatever made them had a stride twice my own. Huh. Did you see any young? No. Footprints? Yes. Wood knocks? Yes. Heard some knockers, and the color was black. All right, fresh report there. But I don't know. I don't know about this Six Rivers National Forest. That's usually we have a Six Rivers National Forest in Northern California as we get sirens. There go the firefighters. Salute to them. Yeah. So I don't know if there's a mistake there or what's going on. Seems a little weird. Is there Six Rivers National Forest is in Laser. All those towns up there. We know it well. So kind of weird. Maybe a prankster. Maybe someone's into like sending in false reports. Maybe they're testing us. Is there a Six Rivers National Forest in Washington? We didn't see it on the map. Let's take another look. So there's Olympic National Forest. And the reports up here, it says Olympic National Park. There's a refuge off to the left there. So I don't see a Six Rivers around there, y'all. And as we zoom in here, you can see it's near Lake Crescent, it looks like. There's 3 other dots there as well. So what are these other dots saying? And you got Highway 101 going up that way. Hey, had my second sighting on 101. Trinidad area, NorCal. It's not letting me click. Anyway, that's what it looks like there. Let's see. There's a few other reports within that same area. So I'd be interested what those reports look like, because we did see also the other day a report in Utah that they posted, and there was 2 lit up spots in different areas of Utah, but they both had the same report. Blazer says it's fake. It's very possible, man. Very possible. So some questions there. Anyway, yeah, we'll be looking at that. There was another report also that came up from last year, and I hadn't seen it. There's a video along with it. And so I was interested in checking out the video. But I wasn't able to find it. I did find one on the YouTube that might be it. And so we'll take a look if I could see the report here. Let's see. Nope. So here's the video anyway. There we go. Found it. So right there, I was just doing a quick online search just to see what's the latest news the AI and the internet is pulling up. And I had seen this one before. I just didn't really look into it. And I was like, all right, let's check it out. Recent Bigfoot news includes a sighting in Idaho that was captured on video by an ATV rider, which occurred on January 16th, 2025. The video shows a massive dark figure resembling Bigfoot crossing a trail, causing the rider to turn around out of fear. Oh, yeah, of course. Yikes. So I was like, oh, well, I want to check this video out, right? Who doesn't? Especially with if they say there's a video along with it, it's like, damn, well, I didn't see a link for it there or anything, but I think this might be it. So let's take a peek here. Y'all hang tight. And maybe some of you know more about this this video. This looks like it's it. So I'm not the biggest fan of this channel, but they pump out a lot of stuff there. I don't believe everything they pump out, and sometimes they go live and do a live squatching, which I don't know. I don't. Yeah, you know, or you don't. I don't know. But they pump out a lot of stuff, and so yeah, they're a big channel when it comes to this. And so I think this might be it, y'all. So let's just have a look at it. Yeah, we'll put the volume up too. Here we go. Not turning on you. Oh, there you go. Classic shaking, bad quality, blob squatchy, and going across the road. I'd say it's Bigfoot. There it goes again. Bigfoot or not? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments.
Did this ATV rider?
Oh, where are we? There we are. Where's Patty? What's Moon saying? Today's irony: hang tight, hang loose, mean the same thing. Oh, here we go with a quick response there. And where are we? Come on now. Buffering. Every day we're buffering. Every day we're buffering. There we go. Ooh. Watch out, Moon. As I scroll down. What is the chat? What in the chat are you saying? What in the chat are you saying, everyone? Bro really took off on me. What's up? People looking at me. All right. I think we might be done with our squatchy business there. Anyone else got any Bigfoot news? Any new reports? Anything happening out your way? Outside of your house? On your property? We want to know about it. Drop a comment. Email us. Do what you got to do. We're not hard to reach. I promise. I know it seems like it for some of you, but I'm really not. Let's see, 423. No wonder chat's all quiet. Everyone took off. I know what you're doing. And I'm still working on getting those bubbling water, percolating sound effects. We need that. What else? All right. Let's check out some more of DJ Cubert's. Yeah, we've been scratching a whole lot here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at the king there. He should be wearing a crown. Yeah, look at that turntable. So over on the digital section here, we're on DJ Cubert's website. Yes, Thud Rumble. And so we've got the digital software. We've been, scratching and mixing and doing all the fun stuff you do with the turntables and the music here. There's Magneticus. You have no idea what I'm doing, and I don't want to know. And so over here in the digital section, thanks to there's bro. It's coming back in. All right, I could ease up a little bit more now. It gets kind of tense when it's like, oh, I'm alone at the shop and I'm live. Let's see here. So on the digital section, and a big thank you to Thud Rumble, DJ Cubert for making this available. There's some free digital downloads and some very inexpensive ones as well. And we were tripping out on some of the breaks. So there's break beats, different beats you could scratch to, do routines to, and all that. So check these out. And, I remember him talking about way back in the day, also about, like when he scratches, it was like he's communicating with ETs, battling NHI. He didn't say battling with NHIs, but yeah, probably battling NHIs. But yeah, communicating with certain ETs and stuff like that with his amazing scratches. And yeah, it's like that. So you could check out some of these characters here. And some of these come with sounds you could scratch as well, which is cool. There's
Vermin, aka Betrayer.
And the Suction Cop, aka Octobot. The Worminator, aka the Red Worm. Grand Imperial, aka B-Boy Grandpa. Captain Combat. And so down here, we're checking out, they had these fake alien invasion breaks, the Montauk breaks. There it is, fake alien invasion. Montauk breaks, which we got already. They're great. Been keeping me busy and scratching, cutting and scratching. And further down, let's see. They have the spiritual war breaks, the palmdemic breaks, nanoparticle breaks, censored breaks, smart dust breaks, tell you vision breaks. All these different breaks for your breaking needs. And yeah, you could break dance to this stuff too. We've seen the Black Knight satellite Say that really fast a bunch of times. Black Knight Satellite brakes. Clone Dragon brakes. We're going to need the Dire Wolf brakes. 20 and back brakes. Project Bluebeam brakes. The ancient tree stump brakes are really cool. I've been scratching at that lately. You'll probably listen to a little bit of that later. Tartaria brakes on the left. Heart brakes. All right. And so we didn't go to page 2 last time. So that's where we're going. Here we got hidden history brakes. See the big old giant there. Operation Sandman. Dude looks kind of squatchy on the dollar bill there. Identity tracking brakes. What kind of brakes would you like to hear? What brakes do we get next here, y'all? Secret space program brakes. Antarctic pyramid brakes. Look at that. Underwater city brakes. Secret star break. Secret star gate brakes. Getting tongue tied already. And then, of course, look down here. 0 point brakes, cyber attack brakes. Yes. Bigfoot brakes. Look at that. Isn't that Todd Squatch? Some say it's a Muppet. Some say it's a real Bigfoot captured by Todd Standing. And he's on the Bigfoot brakes. Yeah, we got that already too. So yeah, they got quite a few selection of brakes. And maybe next time we'll check out more. But yeah, look at that. Ayahuasca brakes, collective meditation brakes, solar flash, deep state death brakes. What's that one there? Old world maps or something? Phantom Island brakes. Yeah. All right. All right. Enough of the breaks. Yeah, so quite a selection there. And we'll continue downloading some of those. And maybe you'll hear from them. Let me know what kind of breaks you'd like to hear and which ones should we cop next. You know, a lot of them are free. Again, if you're into downloading digital music, sounds, and stuff like that, you might want to check it out. Others are just 99 cents, and then it goes up from there. So very affordable, reasonable for the pocket. And the TV is off. Here, we're going to put something on here. I forgot I got the control over here, and we don't have it on rotation. Got Peter Santinello all day today. Anyone going? Who's going live today? Tuesday, 4:30. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna turn this down a bit. Oh yeah, we got a ship coming in, y'all. Let's check it out. We got Catalina here. Looks like a cruise ship coming in. Yeah, been raining there a bit, huh? What's Magnetic is saying about the grass? Know why the grass grows so well over septic systems. Yeah, John Levi was talking about that recently on one of his videos about how the city layout and how the end of, I think it was somewhere in New York, he was breaking down. And at the end of this, it was almost, I think seemed like an island or something. But at the end of this landmass was this park, and it was all green there. He pointed that out. It was very green and lush, and trees growing. I think it was an actual park. And he was theorizing that their plumbing and all that, the sewage and everything would go over there, and it would somehow like do its thing, and some of the, I guess, the gases would possibly get reused and back for the city and all that, and it was pretty much making sense what he was saying, and it was interesting. And yeah, it's like waste management. Forget the name of the video, but it was a good one. I don't know, it made me think of that when you mentioned that. There's Knack. What's going on, NAC? How's your neck of the woods going? Is this ship even moving? Let's see. Did we press? Yeah, this is live. Live in Catalina. Ship doesn't seem to be moving much. Maybe it's just chilling there. And it looks like it's if I'm not mistaken, let me take a look. Is that Mickey Mouse on those what do you call those red things, those exhausts? Looks like the exhausts of the vessel there. Yeah, I see some mouse ears. So it's what is it? Do Disney and Carnival have a thing together, or Disney does its own cruises? Oh yeah, you're going up and down there with the weather. Yeah, it's been like that here as well. We get some cool nights, and then when they start spraying out like they did heavily yesterday, uh yeah, makes me wonder how the weather's gonna go. But yeah, it's pretty for LA standards, is a decent day. Still, kind of skies are murky, but it was a warm day out, sun was out. People have been pretty calm in this area here, thank goodness, and can't complain. Hopefully the evening continues like that, and for all you as well. And there goes another little boat going by there. Yeah, you can see like how the skies look in Catalina. That's how the skies look here as well. It's got this weird, like, it's not quite clear. It's never clear here, but there's some days that are clearer than others. So what, you've been taking a break and doing a dip dive down the rabbit hole in research. Hmm. Catalina Island has come before a regular port of call for ships of Carnival Cruise Line, Disney Cruise Line, Princess Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, says Blazer. Getting some Discord messages. Of course, not for me, but you know what? Thin Lizzy Borden, I did see your messages, Chica, if you're listening, and I will be checking those. It's a little confusing for me. It takes a little bit of an effort for me to check some of those messages sometimes. It's a little confusing with all the different sections that you may have on your Discord server. F and Catalina Y Mixer says hillbilly. Cheers. Cheers. Ah, boom. Yeah, see, even on the beach here, it's still got that like weird misty, weird and I don't know, it's a mixture of fog, pollution, fart spray, the what is it? The coastal marine layer and yeah, and everything else, all the people here and yeah, pretty funky. Pyromedic, what up? Catalina Island is where the weird underwater shelf is that they say may be an alien base, isn't it? Yeah, we've been hearing more of that. We were actually touching quite a bit, yes, on Catalina. So we've done several live streams on that, and also on the Malibu base, which isn't far from Catalina Island. And so, how many more other bases? Maybe there's a bunch of bases along the Southern California coast here. Yeah, we were touching on the Malibu base and have I heard of the Yamim? Negative. I have not. But yeah, no, we've been touching on those bases and on those areas and just the UFO activity around here. There was one particular case I'll bring up again. We touched on a bit of this guy because this was after the Palisades fires. So, and Malibu is right next to the Palisades. And so we're talking about that base there. But in the Palisades, a few years back, there was a case of this guy that was a supposed alien hybrid. And I don't know, he had all this weird stuff going on, all this mysterious background. They didn't know much about him. And he was found dead in his car. And his wife was saying, yeah, they found all this ammunition and like over 1,000, almost like 2,000 guns or 1,200 guns, uh, thousands of rounds of ammunition, a bunch of money, and it was all weird. He was found. He lived in the Palisades. Was found dead in the Palisades. Like 2 weeks later, his wife had taken off to Oregon when all this was going on, and like I don't know, it was something happening, and I think he told her to take off, or she took off after he passed, something like that. And they didn't find his body till a couple of weeks later, and he had told her that not to worry about him if he were to die, that the ETs were going to come get him. And I just thought it was pretty interesting that that happened there in the Palisades. And then you had the fire situations. There was UFOs reported. People were screenshotting live reports of the fires, and we're spotting UFOs, weird objects. We're touching on all that, and so just a lot going on, of course, in the SoCal area here with all that type of stuff for sure. More talks of underground things going on in LA, and I'm sure it's not only LA. Uh, Maybe a lot of the surrounding areas of Los Angeles go underground as well. I would not doubt it. And then we've been questioning some of the mounds here locally in some of these areas. They seem a little suspicious to me. One we're touching on was up in Elysian Park, where they say that some caverns where the lizard people of Los Angeles have this cavern that goes all under the city. That's where one of the entrances may be. And yeah, check out some of the previous live streams, y'all. I'm telling you, we've been getting into some interesting little things there. And as I remember more stuff like that, we'll bring it up. I know there's a lot of things that I remember from, way back, throwback cases and stuff like that we could get into that were pretty mysterious. And yeah, if you got any that you'd like to share that, you'd like to maybe bring up here or would like me to bring up, or you want to come on here and talk with us, hey, let me know. We could talk about it. I'm all about that. The strange and bizarre, the weird. Just not too much of the fake. Yeah, we try to avoid that stuff, but good to know about it. But guess we need that to have a what's the word? Let's see. Skyscrapers are taller under LA than above, I hear. Oh yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. is just, I wonder, yeah, it's amazing. Uh, they'd have to make it earthquake proof, which I do believe a lot of those old world buildings probably are. And that's why some are still around. Whoa, all right. New camera. Let's see. Let's go to Mount Wilson. Mount Wilson cam. All right. We took a little trip to the beach. Now we're back up in the mountains, y'all. Just a little view for all of you out there that may or may not want to know what SoCal looks like right now. And there's Richard. Finally, Richard defrosted for the day and it's finally showed up. We were going to page you into the office here, Richard, but we know you don't like that. 4:44. Anyone got 4:44 on their clocks? That's how it happens. You just kind of look and boom, those numbers are there. I caught what 5:55 yesterday. What's been your latest angel numbers? Anyone out there getting their angel numbers still? Chad is stoned and stuck. There's Pyromedic, finally. Right, Pyromedic? I think it's a mixture of everything. You name it, it's in the air. Sky farts, pollution, trash burning. 3:44. 7:44. Yeah, so we got today we had our good friend, my brother's good friend also. It's his hiking partner. Yeah. And it's been a minute since my brother's been out. But yeah, his friend came and this guy is a goat when it comes to hiking. He's a hiker. Been to several states hiking, has been hiking all around Southern California. You've maybe seen him in I showed some Mount Baldy clips that my brother did up here, Devil's Backbone. And he was in some of those clips. And we nicknamed him Politis. Yeah, like Dave. It's a little inside thing with my brother. You know, everyone has a hiking name, right? That's his. And there's Latchkey Hustle. Salute to you, senor. Hope you're doing well, brother. And great job on the videos. Still pumping them out. I'm watching them. Keep up the good works. And so, yeah, we were saying, what were we saying? Oh, Politis. Yes, he came by to the shop today. It was good to see. I didn't even recognize him. I came in the shop and my brother's like, "Hey, look who's here." And so I take off the shades. I'm looking at him, and I couldn't tell who he was. He had a full beard and a good-looking beard. And he's like, "Hey, it's Politis." I was like, "Whoa, hey, what's up, man?" And I have been out hiking with them. I think it's just once or twice, maybe once. But my brother's got ton of miles with this guy, and the guy has tons of miles under his belt. So, and he's all into what we're into, but he's never, he doesn't. We'd have to talk to him, see what he's experienced and what he's found and stuff. But he doesn't, he doesn't consider himself a Bigfoot or anything like that. But he's very much open into the topic, and with that amount of miles, I'm sure he's had some strange experiences. So he's on the list for chatting on here. Hopefully soon, you could arrange something like that. But life, like we're talking and stuff, and life happens, and yeah, it's been a while since he's gone hiking himself, and so I was like, "Hey, man, come on, let's set something up, bro. I'd like to check out Mount Baldy." And he was telling me Mount Baldy is actually, I think, going to be closed till December. So I was like, dang it. All right, well, we have time. But yeah, I'd love to get up there and latchkey hustle here, chat with Blazer. And so yeah, I'm wanting to get up to Devil's Backbone and checking it out for myself. And maybe the more I talk about it, the more we get closer to actually doing it. And thank you for sharing that with us, Fox. There's a few other cameras we've been checking out lately too that have been pretty cool to see. Maybe we'll pull. I want to check on this. It was nighttime the last time we checked on this one, but this is a pretty cool one. And it's of the Smith River. Up in, I believe this one's in Del Norte County. And just the audio alone is just soothing. I can only imagine, you know, being close to there. Love the sound of running water. Oh, cool. We get a little pan here. Keep an eye out for Squatch. Yeah, because this area is known, the Smith River. Let's see, Digger Dog. I'm surprised he's not in the chat. But if Digger Dog is, he could tell you about the Smith River and Bigfoot. I've only driven through. Only when I've only passed by the Smith River, never squatched it, never camped out. And then you have Redwood National Forest in that area, where there was a supposed Dogman report with pictures. Maybe we'll do a Dogman night here coming up, since everyone's all into the Dogman and everything. We'll pull, like how we've been doing the Bigfoot videos. We could pull up some of my favorite Dogman videos that I feel may be real, and we'll critique. We'll do a little critiquing. It's like a water pump up the volume. But yeah, we'll be checking out. I'm looking for more cameras like this that are in areas of potential Bigfoots. And we could just, you know, while during the lives, when we get into a moment like this, we could check them out. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we're getting a zoom. Might see some steelhead up in there. What's up, Jonathan? You have your 420 sesh? Hopefully you're at home. And a big thank you to explore.org for this live footage. Gustavo. What's up, Gustavo? How is Argentina today? How's the weather? How's your neighborhood? Maybe one day I'd love to go check out Argentina. I have several Argentine friends, and I have gotten the invite. And of course, I'd probably do, you know, anywhere I'd go, I'd like to do their major cities, of course. You go do the major cities, which there's a lot of people that avoid that, right? You don't want to go to where the tourists and all the riffraff is. But I would, just for the old world purpose, see what kind of remnants are left in those cities. And then from there, I'd like to go to outskirts. Of course, yeah, like Patagonia. Me encantaría to check out. Like Gustavo, have you ever been to, or do you live in Patagonia? Where do you live? ¿Dónde estás vos? En Buenos Aires. Is he in Buenos Aires? Is he in a major city, or is he in the mountains? I wonder. And yeah, I had and stuff, so super cool to live out that way. I would imagine. Yo, dwarf, new military UFO videos from Jeremy Corbell just posted. Yeah, I seen that. What is it? I do follow his channel, and I'm not the biggest fan of him. Who was mentioning him too? I think it was Big Homie. Y'all know Big Homie? Big Homie and the Maverick Approach over on their live streams. They've been talking about Jeremy. And for a long time, I was a big fan of George Knapp, you know, his voice, his reporting, and but then now with them two together and just I don't know, I just like there's certain information that I hear and it's like, oh, all right, It doesn't mean I'm hating on George Knapp or anything. It's just, I got some questions. Yeah, how is the salmon fishing in Argentina? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes we get these shrimp, these small shrimp from Argentina up here. Super good. You know, Argentina is mainly known for their beef, not really their seafood, but yeah, they got a whole lot of coast there. He has great sources, Dwarf. Yes, I get it. But there's been a lot of stuff that's come up, and then again, you in a lot of situations, I got to keep in mind, yeah, it's not about also the person, which you don't, completely leave that out. It's important. But yeah, the information too. I always bring that up with Politis as well. Like, a lot of people don't like him, say this and that and the third. But, I'm interested in the cases he's bringing out. So I stay tapped into him. I've never met him. And just like Corbell, I've never met the dude. Maybe he's a rad dude. He seems like it, got tats and the stash and the goatee, the beard, whatever. Seems like a cool guy to hang with. And he'd have to get the 420 test, the BD 420 test. See if he passes. Latchkey, post your channel. Why? What? I don't see anybody posting links to their channels here. What's going on? Y'all are shy. Anyone got any new videos to check out that we should be checking out? Maybe you're on a new platform and we should be over there following you, giving you a follow, an subscribe. Come on. Do not be shy. This is where you do it. This is where we network, link, share some information. Let's do it. Been on for a little minute. Probably won't be on too much longer. Reaching 5 o'clock. And I don't know. Should we try and do a little sound check? Let's see. Were there any other cameras? Yeah, let's look at. Can't forget about Crater Lake. Been checking on you, Crater Lake. Every time we stream here. First of all, let's see. Condor cams, baby. No. All right. Won't be doing that one. Just going to check on the condors really quick. Let's shoot back up to Oregon here really quick. Have a quick look at what Crater Lake looks like in the past few minutes. And there it is. Oh, that's his 1241. Here, hold up. Let's try and refresh that. Let's do this. We're going to return page. Go down here. Voila. All right, let's see the time here. 4:56 p.m. So this is about 2 minutes ago. And the national parks webcam here, Crater Lake, Oregon. Quite a bit of snow up there. Ooh, probably cold. There it is. In case you weren't able to see there. So it's got the little date on top of there, the time stamps. Fresh pick of the lake. Little eye candy for you all out there. And Hillbilly, overdue for a garden update, but there's a tour from last week if anyone wants to see. Oh, come on, bro. Dude, we're all about tours here. And actually, yesterday, my bro, I don't know if he purposely put it on, but we were checking out, and it came up on my feed here too. And they were up in Humboldt. They went up to northern Humboldt and southern Humboldt, and they were doing pheno hunting. And which is cool to see, man, because, you know, there's certain people you talk, you know, you bring up Humboldt and stuff. Oh, they're like, oh, yeah, it's dead up there. But like this one emphasized that like the survivors or something like that. And we still got fam up there. So we still locked in, y'all. Let's see. I'll find it and share it in the posts, but it was a good cannabis documentary. And they link up with different farms. They do tours. And it's just amazing. And it got me pumped up. But yeah. I should, let me see. There was one guy actually doing like a can of tours. There are several people thinking about doing that at the time when things were really popping up there. And a guy was actually doing stuff, taking people to different farms. And he ended up taking them out towards Shelter Cove, which is a beach, a fishing town. And I don't know what happened there, but something happened there. And it wasn't like, for me, I didn't think it was something major, but he got dinged for that. And I guess he had to stop doing the whole Canna tour thing. All right, Crater Lake, good to see you. And we'll see you later. Boom. And I have found some new webcams. I've been checking different ones out here. And let's see, Mount Hood came up in my mind to check. I was like, yeah, Mount Hood would be good, you know, see what they got going on up there. And I don't know if it's, so this one says Mount Hood Meadows. So I don't know. I've never been to Mount Hood. But I've heard a whole lot about it. And so Toyota has these videos, these live stream videos. Let's see here. Just picking a random one here. And it says Mount Hood Meadows. So I don't know if that's, I was looking, I was like, Mount Hood Meadows, is that actually Mount Hood or is that somewhere else? And then I seen several other pages with these Mount Hood Meadows live stream webcams of ski resorts. And I was like, and then I seen one with like a Canadian flag. So I don't know if this is up in Canada or what, but I was trying to look up some Mount Hood webcams. But this is Mount Hood Meadows. So I don't think it's Mount Hood. Anyway, let's see. There was another, that I had another interesting one here. Oh yeah, let's bring it back home. We'll check out this little view here for a sec. And this is live. This is live streaming. Yeah, from the Hollywood Hills. This is nice and safe from this view. I don't know if in person it'd be, as we were talking about some of the gruesome stuff that's happened on those trails up to the letters there. Oh, all right. So Blazer says that Mount Hood Meadows is a ski resort on Mount Hood. Cool. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on those cameras then. And there's these other cameras that are like Caltrans and that give you like a time lapse of the day that I found that are pretty cool. And maybe Richard should put out a live feed camera for us to check out his backyard in Alaska up there. I bet he's got stuff going on. Yeah, definitely hillbilly. And actually, I was talking about last time down by the reservoir here. I believe this one is it. You used to be allowed to like people go down there and hike around it. And yeah, we had some sessions there before. Actually, my boy. All right, here we got a story for you from this area. We're young. This is like high school, right? And we're like, let's go have a session. If you walk towards the end over here, like right, you could overlook the city. And our boy Manny, like I don't know what's up with Manny. He's like it seemed like, and people might blame it on the quality of the herb of the time that it was just getting stronger and stuff like that. I don't know, but our boy Manny he fainted. He had a, I guess it's like a panic attack of some sort. I mean, he really wasn't panicking. He just more just like kind of dropped. And it was a sunny day, so it could be that he was dehydrated and a bunch of other things. But Manny went down for the count. We're like, whoa, what the hell? So yeah, it could be a mixture of things. Who knows? But yeah, and I remember there's this like almost, from what I remember, a somewhat like a bridge. Maybe it's part of the dam, and it just seemed like some creepy stuff was going on there. I don't know, someone maybe like homeless or something. This is again years back, and there was like these dirty magazines there and stuff. I was like, what the hell is going on here? And that was like over the whatever that is, that bridge or walkway there. Someone doing some weird stuff up there, which is, you find a lot of that out here. Diesel, what up? When you were younger, you ever heard of people being so dehydrated? Why, you think it's happening more often now? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you think we were more hydrated back in the day or something? Are they dehydrating us more? It's the dam from the movie Chinatown. Interesting. Yeah, and I wonder if the dam is like Art Deco like I can't remember it. Like I said, but now that I'm into the whole, looking at buildings and all that stuff, I'd be interested to see because from what I remember, I think there might be some like Art Deco-y stuff going on there. I'd be interested to go take a look. And Latchkey, did you say you lived up that way before, close to the reservoir there? Oh man, Hillbilly's making tacos. It is Tuesday. What kind, Hillbilly? Vegetarian ones? He's like, heck no. Just because I'm a stoner doesn't mean I'm vegetarian. Yeah, maybe our water is less nutrient dense and loaded with toxins. So your body's just shoot it right out. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing more like even TikTok videos and different videos on other platforms where people are like testing their water inside of restaurants and stuff like that. I guess it's a good thing. Learn about your water. Get that what is it, those Kangen filters? Remember learning about those back in the day. Couldn't afford it. It was like a couple racks, a couple thousand for one of those filters. Not sure about these days. Maybe you could get a smaller unit, but it was a Japanese company that was putting them out at the time. And I used to go to a holistic doctor here, and he was really recommending it. Oh yeah, man, that must have been really cool. Yeah, I've gotten to check out some houses up on the hills and stuff like that. Some friends that lived up in the hills and partied up in the hills before. Hashtag no Diddy. Uh, yeah, and yeah, nice places for sure. And I thought you mentioned something about some possible UFO sightings up that way, which wouldn't surprise me. I would think, especially you got that body of water there, might be attracted to that. They might be inside of there. We're getting a UFO runoff into our water. All right, we're a little past the hour and a half mark. Maybe we'll try a little sound check just so I could see or I could hear both how it's sounding and how it's looking when I'm scratching here with the turntables. And we'll be scratching those, was it ancient tree stump breaks? We'll give it a shot here. And say a thank you to the Hollywood 24/7 live webcam for letting us check this out. And I'm going to pull up the Tractor Pro 4 here. So let's see. How do I do this? I'm going to minimize that. All right. I think I got this going. Here we go. Let's see. Camera want to follow me? Let's activate the camera and see if it follows me. Let me split the screen here too. Boom. All right. Not sure how that looks on your side, but we're going to make a little noise here. Heads up. Richard, you might want to cover your ears or maybe even leave the stream because this is going to make you want to scream. One, two, 1, 2. All right. Yeah, it sounds a little different. I got the headphones on, and then I'm hearing the sound outside of the main monitor, the speaker too. So it makes it a little, it's almost like a I might need a monitor facing me. But we'll see. It's just a sound check, y'all. All right, didn't cut it too crazy right there. Let's see if we could get another beat going here. Let's see. Uh-oh, same track. Anyway, so I'm gonna check that later, see how it's sounding on that end. It's possible that it's not sounding that great because the last few times that I have tried was sounding a little weird, and we'll fine tune those things as well because audio is most important, right? It's all about how it sounds. So, and we're slowly and surely figuring those things out. Boom. And yeah, we'll continue having a little more fun with the turntables and all that. And I'll show you a few more of my little skills. And it's good to be able to practice like this live too. So when I'm maybe booked for a gig, I won't, I'll be really ready to rock. And I was on Sunday, so that was also good, I still got it. Anyway, yeah, no problem. Thank you all. Much love to you all here. One love. Take care for sure. And we'll see you soon. I'm gonna go and hit the outro here. Gotta touch up this outro.